Good day. Welcome to another series of Mathematics Just Got Easier with the R tutors. In today's class, we are still going to be considering another example on the quadratic formula, but this time in form of an application question. Let's see what we have on the board. A rectangular garden with a 50-meter square area has a length of 5 meters longer than its width. Find its dimension. So let's see what we have. A rectangular garden, so we know it's a rectangle, has an area 50 meters square. You know, the length and the width. Now you know the formula for finding the area of a rectangle is simply what? Length times width. And we are told that the length is simply what? 5 meters longer than the width. Is 5 meters longer than the width. So in this equation, we are going to be replacing L with 5 plus W, which is 5 meters longer than the width. So we come and say area, which is giving us 50 meters square, is equals to length times width. Now the length we replace with 5 plus W. 5 plus W times the width. Now, let's try to expand the bracket. Let's multiply everything in the bracket by what is outside, which is W. W times 5 will give 5W plus W times W will give W squared. Okay? So in order to change this into the quadratic equation form, let's try to subtract 50 from both sides. So we have 5W plus W squared minus 50 is equals to 50 minus 50. 50 minus 50 gives 0. Let's rearrange the equation. We have W squared plus 5W minus 50 is equals to 0. Now, we are going to try to compare it with the general form of the quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0, which means a is the coefficient of w squared, which is 1, a equals 1, b is the coefficient of w, which is 5, and c is negative 50, which is the constant. Now, we are going to plug in these values into the quadratic formula, which is x. Now, in this form, x will be represented w, so we say w is equals to minus b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So this is the quadratic formula that we plug in the values. So we have b is equals to 5, so w is equals to negative 5 plus or minus square root of b squared, that is 5 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times negative 50, which is c, divided by 2a. Remember, a is 1, 2 times 1. So we have w will be equals to negative 5 plus or minus square root of 5 squared is 25 minus 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times negative 50 is negative 200 minus negative 200 divided by 2. So we have w will be equals to negative 5 plus or minus radical. Now 25 minus 200. Minus times minus will give plus. So it becomes 25 plus 200. That is 225. Radical 225 divided by 2. So we can split this into w is equals to negative 5 plus radical 225 is 15. The square root of 225 is 15 plus 15 over 2, or w is equals to negative 5 minus 15 over 2. So we have w, negative 5 plus 15 gives positive 10. Positive 10 over 2, which is equals to 5. Or negative 5 minus 15 gives negative 20. So negative 20 over 2, which gives negative 10. It is not possible for the length of a rectangle to be negative, so we chose the positive value, which means that the width is 5. And remember from the question, we have that the length is 5 meters longer than the width. So the length is equals to 5 plus w. So length is equals to 5 plus w is equals to 5 plus 5, which is equals to 10. So the width is 5 and the length is 10 meters. The width is 5 meters and the length is 10 meters. To cross-check our answer, the area of a rectangle is length times width. So that is 10 times 5, which also gives us what we have here, 50 meters square, which shows we are absolutely correct. Thank you for listening. Book DR tutors for your personalized online science, commercial, arts, and Nigerian languages classes at an affordable price. Follow DR tutors for daily content. Follow, like, and share. We have the best tutors, and I'm sure a session with us will convince you. Bye. See you next time.